Good morning everyone, it's Yvonne here from the Aussie Goddess, here to do your bonus read for Thursday the 15th of November. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. However, you know, we always say if the readings don't seem to sing to you, move on. Don't try to make them fit, because sometimes they just don't. And like the reading I just done for the What's Cracking, rare reading. Somebody's got to hear it, but it's one of those things where it just wouldn't be for everyone. Even if you tried to read into it, you couldn't make it fit unless it was for you. So I've done a really good shuffle for the cards. I'm going to get a very different reading this time for you. I love that the two readings are very different. So sometimes they seem to run on from each other. But I like it. Oh, I like it when both readings are very different because, oh, I've got a strange feeling here. Okay, let's hope not. Okay, 10 of Swords coming up for your main energies for the day. The energy of the 10 of Swords is one that should feel good, really. It should be a good card. It doesn't look like it because we always see someone in the, you know, standard deck, we see someone with 10 swords in their back, which talks about betrayal and everything. But what we really need to look at is what is happening here. So it's the end of a cycle because it's the number 10. So it's the last stage that you're going through here. But what I really like about this card is the swords talk about energy, thinking, ideas, and you know, we see with the 8 and 9 things like, you know, not being able to get out of your thoughts, you know, the 9 sleeping through, you know, not sleeping because you're having thoughts at night time. With the 10, this sort of signifies the end of this period. So if you've been going through a period of time that has been very troubling, may have exhausted you, you know, for whatever reason, you may have come out of a time where you've been looking for work and now you found it, you made a decision on your life path, you found your relationship, whatever it should be, you're leaving this energy behind here, which is really nice because that means the end of it. It's also looking like the end of trouble here. So I figure with this card and the 10 of Swords there is some sort of energy you're moving away from. Now, this could be you. We know that the energy goes backwards and forwards, or it could be somebody else, but you're definitely moving away from something here. You really have made up your mind to pack up your ideas and thoughts and get out of there. So you're definitely on your way, but you're moving away from this energy all around here. Okay, a lovely, perfect. That's a really nice story because what you're doing here is you're moving towards a new start, and this start you're very clear about. So you've understood, perhaps for some of you it's been that you've been overthinking something, things have been really on top of you in your mind, you've been overdoing it in terms of churning over thoughts and feelings, and now you're moving on with much more clarity. Definitely moving away from something. Could have been moving away from something that was quite deceitful too, with the 10 of Swords up front. If we're looking at that as being betrayal, and we're looking at the 7 of Swords in the traditional sense as being, you know, a card of deceit and thievery, it could be you're moving away from that too. But it feels to me more like you're moving away from some sort of energy which is very negative. Out of your thoughts and feelings and moving towards clarity. And it could have been a lot of swords here. We have 4 swords cards. You must be feeling exhausted. So the 3 of Swords talks about third-party relationships, third person being in on your relationship, or a third thing being involved in your relationship. We often hear people talking about third party, but it can be something else that's involved in your relationship that's broken it down. So it could be, you know, for example, a really difficult mother-in-law that doesn't like your partner and has broken you up or done something to break you up. I know that's a bit extreme, but we always look at it as being third party, and because I've got the 7 of Swords here, I certainly have to think that it could be you're walking away from something that was third party or a third person was involved. But a lot of the time it's just not a person. It can be a situation. It might be that you've been with someone who's had a gambling problem, or someone who's had some sort of addiction or some sort of issue or problem here. But you're definitely walking away from something because you've found clarity here. So if this was, say, for a job that you're walking away from, it could be even with the Three of Swords here that, you know, you've had someone at work who's created a problem for you. It's not always love. Just because you've got a broken heart, it doesn't mean that someone else is able to do this. It could be a family member. It could be two family members. Okay, so there's another Swords energy. Oh boy, some of you got a very thinky day today. All up in your head. So this is two. Remember, the energies here when you're getting a lot of swords can relate to Libra, Gemini or Aquarius. So it could be relating to someone who's from those, from the air signs. This is the card of cutting something out or making a decision to move past something, making a decision about two things that are equally the same. But this is a thinking decision. It's a decision that you're making with your head, not your heart. Let's just lay down some more cards here. I've got so many messages coming through here. So you're moving away to be single here by the looks of things. Some of you are walking away from something here. You could be walking away from a job because it's not giving you the independence and the financial side of things that you wanted. That could be possible. You could be walking away from someone who something's happened here. I'm going to keep going. There's so much happening here. Okay, so we have a card of balance here. We have the Six of Pentacles. Someone's stolen money. Someone's stolen money from you, I think, or taken money that they haven't paid back, or withholding money that they owe to you. Definitely. Some people are walking away from a job where they haven't been either paid or the person's trying to dupe them out of money. You're definitely walking away from this. You're cutting your losses here. You're going, you know what, if you're not going to pay me, I'm not staying. And maybe you haven't been paid before, or there's been a problem before here with this Three of Swords. I'm thinking that you've been in a situation where you're not receiving your just rewards. Now, if we were to take this as being, you know, emotional coldness or emotional not being loved, it's very possible you could be walking away from a situation which was one-sided in terms of relationship. Because you're not getting back what you deserve here. And you're like, I might as well be single. I might as well be single. And you're making the decision to walk away from something, but definitely having a new start. So I like that. Yep, look at you go. We're talking swords everywhere here today. So we have six swords out of 8 cards was what I was going to say. I tried to shorten that with the swords. 6 swords out of 8 cards. So there's definitely a lot of thinking here. A lot of cutting things out, understanding your destination, your journey, going for just that one sword here. But definitely walking towards it. Again, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Could be dealing with a Libra, Gemini. I'm having trouble with my words. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. You could be. But it feels to me this is just your energy. It's like you're really in your head at the moment, trying to think things through, trying to get things right, trying to make things in order, trying to understand how you need to do things, the progression, because you want this new start. You want to be single. You want to be a person who's completely in their own element, because I mean you don't have to be single on your own. This card can talk about just independence and understanding financial independence. Not just financial, it's just about standing in your element, like really understanding that. Definitely bringing in some balance here. So I'm thinking it was a very unbalanced situation. We have a Knight of Cups coming in here. So maybe you're walking away because you've had another offer here. The Knight of Cups can be a water sign, can be Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. But definitely moving away from something towards something. Yeah, because there's victory here. Okay, we'll do the last card and we'll do a recap. Queen of Cups at the top of the game. Queen of Cups. So definitely a water sign here. So there's two signs, very little of anything else. You've got a bit of earth here. But a lot of walking away from someone, I think, who could possibly be an air sign or has attributes of an air sign, and walking towards a water sign for some of you. Now, you could be walking away from a situation that was very, very overtaxing, stressful, draining, heartbreaking, and maybe you haven't been paid the money that you were deserving. Maybe someone's trying to take money from you, or maybe you've loaned it to someone or give it to someone. They haven't given it back. And I think it's put you into financial problems here because we have the Six of Pentacles. So it's almost like it's brought you financial instability. Definitely walking away from whatever it was here. Beautiful. New start, Ace of Swords. You are carrying the Ace of Swords in this Queen of Swords energy. So you do mean business. The thing is, what I want to say to you is there's some sort of offer and a victory coming in here. And I feel like it's being offered to you by a water sign. Now, for some of you, this could be your mother, because the Queen of Cups often represents a mother figure. But it could be that somebody's either helping you out financially or giving you a job to move to. But definitely moving towards something much better here with this offer that's going to bring in victory. I always think when you get these nice cards at the end, it's like the universe is saying you are moving in the right direction. Whatever issue or problem you've been encountering here, you are moving towards resolution and you are moving in the right direction. A lot of Swords energy. I've got time to put an oracle card on it this morning. I haven't been rabbiting on for too long, so... Oh, okay, nice. The World cards come out here. It says, be open to new possibilities in all areas of your life. Very nice way to finish off your reading there, folks. Thank you.